Matt's face looks really weird on my TV right now. It's like half of it there and like totally out of it. It's weird, isn't it?
Mega sexy robot party, everybody's disco dancing. Mega sexy robot party, everybody's disco dancing.
Anyway, I am Tom. I'm your Wednesday Mystic blogger and vlogger, and today's topic is SOPA, or the Stop Online Piracy Act, or PIPA, the Protect Intellectual Property Act, I think. My nose always gets itchy during these. I don't know why it is. I'm Canadian, so at first I kind of went, I don't really care. But then I realized that a lot of the sites I go to are generally American, so I kind of started to realize that I should care about these things. But I kind of feel like these have all been tried before. These are obviously the most serious attempts of recent years, but people are always ranting and doing their best to stop pirates and shutting down Napster and all this jazz, and I wish people would go back. I wish all these people who oppose it would go back and listen to the language of the people, like the movie studio execs and whatnot, who started talking when the VCR came out, and saying how this would, ruin the movie industry because people could record whatever they wanted off TV, and, no one would ever, go to movies anymore because they could just buy it on VHS or Beta or whatever. Like, it's almost exactly the same language. And you know what? It didn't destroy the movie industry. If anything, it helped it. And this is the thing I think is the real problem here, is I think a lot of people are looking at all this piracy, but they're not realizing how much potential there is in all this. And I'll use myself as an example. I will admit that I have pirated stuff in the past. Okay, the Men in Black are not here yet. No. Men in Black suit, you know what I'm saying. I've done that in the past, yeah, and I think you'd be hard-pressed to find someone on the internet who hasn't. But you know why? And I really haven't a lot lately. Like, it's been a long time since I've actually kind of pirated anything. You know why? It's easier to buy it now. It honestly is. Like, it used to be that if you wanted to get a song, you had two options. You could go to the store, drive over there, pay $15 to get the CD with the one damn song on it you wanted, come home, and then listen to it. Or you could download it online through dial-up in about half an hour. And you know what? The dial-up was still easier. Okay? Then it got to be where you could go through Napster, and that was pretty easy, but sometimes, you found one and the song title was weird, it didn't import properly, or so on and so forth. And then there was LimeWire, and there was ones that were corrupted and stuff like that. And then along came iTunes. And here I think is where I use them as an example for this a lot, because I am a bit of an Apple fanboy sometimes. I'll be the first to admit that. Not in the kind of blind faith idea, but off topic. iTunes. From my little wonderful phone here, I can be downloading something from any place with an internet connection, any place with a 3G connection. I can have that on my phone, my mobile device, and be listening to it literally within seconds of thinking, I'd like to download this song. Like, I can seriously do that, and it's nuts. It's amazing. It really is. And you know what? Why would I pirate things now? Why would I go on and do that when, you know what? The 5 or 10 minutes it would take me to load up the proper program, find the right, BitTorrent or whatever. I don't even know how you do a single song these days. Find the proper BitTorrent, get it downloaded, get it set up. My time is worth more than that. It honestly is. It is worth the 99 cents to download a damn song. And I think that's how you do it. You get rid of all this, I'm normally a pretty liberal regulate things guy, but in this case I'm saying, get rid of the damn regulations on this stuff. It's just ridiculous how all these people are insisting on a million points of copy protection and all that jazz. You know what? Make it easy for me to download it, and make it easy for me to put it where I want to. Okay? Louis C.K. is a great example of this, okay? He just put out a comedy a comedy video, 1 hour thing, put it on the internet for $5, didn't put any DRM on it, said you can download it, I think, 2 or 3 times off his website, and stream it a couple times too. $5, 1 hour. You know what? It's worth it. And he kind of put it on the internet. He didn't really do too much advertising, but he just kind of talked to a few people about it, talked to it. You know what? He made a ton of money off that. And a lot of it was people saying, you know what, I like that you're doing this. I'm going to jump on this. A lot of people who maybe wouldn't normally have gone out and bought, an HBO special for $30 on iTunes. And this is what people aren't realizing. All these, anti-piracy advocates, they talk about money lost. But you know what? If you're going to charge me $30 for a Blu-ray, or I can pirate it, yeah, there's a lot of movies that people will pirate that they're not going to pay $30 for the Blu-ray for. It's just not going to happen. But if you give them another option, give them a $5 or $10 digital download, and you know what? People will download it. People will pay that. If you make it easy for them, if you make it simple for them, people will go for it. And I think that's really what a lot of these kind of SOPA people are missing. And just how, like, you could solve all this so easily by just open up a digital store, remove the DRM, and put it up for probably a little lower than you're comfortable selling it. But you know what? You knock that down and your volume will shoot right up. Like, look at iTunes and tell me that doesn't, like, just blow your mind away. Look at the growth in iTunes and Apple and all of their iTunes stuff, and tell me that doesn't blow you away. That's all I'm saying right there. Anyway, that's my anti-piracy rant. I'm going like mad here, but I'm just gonna post it because I'm tired and I want to try and get it in, and it's getting late. Anyway, guys, I don't like online piracy in general, but I also really don't like SOPA. I don't like that kind of regulation because it stops me from sharing things. It stops me from hell, I could get... I mean, some of the stats on what you can get with SOPA are ridiculous. The guy from Mega Upload got 50 years in jail. A guy who brutally murdered someone got 20. Like, there's this stat floating around that under SOPA, for pirating a Michael Jackson song, you could get 5 years in jail. Whereas the guy who assisted in killing Michael Jackson got 4 years in jail. Yeah. Bye!